What's up guys, it's Nemotus and I am back with another tutorial. This one is going to be all about how to make your drops sound more interesting by creating variation in your bass modulation. And we're going to be doing this using the chain selector function in Ableton. It's real quick, so just follow along. So I'm here in Ableton and I've got this little rhythm track that I've started. Check it out. Alright, so that's pretty interesting, but I want to add a little more variation to this bright blue bass going on right here. So what I've done already is I've put this into a rack, and the way you do that is you simply select your plugin here and you hit Control G. So at this point I have a rack within a rack, but I'm going to get rid of that, Control Z. I've already duplicated this as well, so you could duplicate this as many times as you want. This is essentially the number of variations in the modulation that you want to have, and you could do this with any plugin, not just Serum, but it's definitely much easier to demonstrate with Serum. So we've got the first sound here like this, but I've made other variations such as this and this and this last one. So take your time. I definitely did. I took my time and made these variations, you know, pretty good. Make them to your liking, you know. And then throw them all in the same instrument rack like this. Usually you just make it by duplicating by hitting Control D on your original. And then what we're going to do is use the chain selector. Now I've already mapped it as a macro over here. And so your chain selector is this blue line right here. So all you're going to do is right click and say map to chain selector, so map to macro 1, and then it'll automatically say chain selector over there. But it's not going to be changing anything yet. What you have to do is select or set the ranges that it's going to play each of these different instances of Serum in. So you're going to take this little grabby thing and drag it out. And actually there's a much easier way to do this. You can simply right click and say distribute ranges equally. But I think it's not working because you have to drag them all the way out and then say distribute ranges equally. There we go. And now we have 4 equally spaced segments where it will play different instances of Serum based on where in the chain selector it is. So obviously if it's hovering over this one, it's going to play Serum 3 and Serum 2, Serum 1, Serum 4. So now I have my chain selector and it's ready to automate. So I can actually map this to maybe a knob on a piece of hardware that I have, but that's not what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to automate it and right click show automation, and it's there. And what I like to do is click this plus button so I can keep track of it, because I sometimes end up with a lot of automation. And you can drag this all the way down to really see what you're doing. One trick about this is that you do want to use the draw mode. If you're using this mode, then you'd have to, like, in order to make a hard stop, hard cut, you got to drag it like that, and it can get annoying. So I want to put it into draw mode so I can easily just make hard automation cuts from one instance of Serum to the next. So let's make my grid 1/8, and then I have a bit more control, and I can go in here and kind of mess around. So something like that. That's definitely adding some more interesting variation, and it sounds cool. I would definitely mess around with that and tweak it until it sounds like a more natural but also varied modulation going on. But you guys get the gist. I hope that this trick helps you out. This technique really has endless applications if you get creative, and it basically creates an environment in Ableton that allows you to control chaos, which is really, you know, a big part of the way that I make music. At least dubstep, you know, a lot of it is pretty chaotic. It's very difficult to think of how this bass would end up, you know, in the end. So creating a system like this, or creating opportunities like this, can really help you to get some crazy sounds and some crazy arrangements in your drop. So again, hope this helped, and see you in the next tutorial. Hit that button, then we have sound. All right. What's up? What's up, guys? It is Pneumotus, and I'm back. Because I'm looking over there. Why am I looking over there? No. Fix this. Okay. Welcome, guys. It is Pneumotus here. Check it out. And check out the new microphone setup. So, if you like this tutorial, give it a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. This has been a Pneumotus tutorial. Yada yada, and I'm gonna stop talking.